Good afternoon, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Students, now is the session of business study. Okay, in the previous few sessions of business studies, I had started the new chapter business environment. Okay, and in those sessions we have discussed much about the meaning of business environment and its different dimensions or different factors. Okay, in yesterday's session we have discussed about the economic environment of business or economic factor of business environment, in which we came to learn a lot of things, a lot of factors, a lot of forces which influence, which affect the business directly or indirectly. Okay, we have discussed, we have seen. We had also discussed about the social atmosphere or social environment of business, and in that very discussion we came to know that how do social norms, social system, social structure, social practices, traditions, festivals, culture, religion, belief system, etc. can affect the business to a larger extent. Okay, we had discussed. And now in today's discussion, we would like to explain the political dimension, legal dimension, and technical dimensions of business, which are also called political atmosphere of business, legal atmosphere of business, and technical atmosphere of business. Okay, so long as political atmosphere of business is concerned or political environment of business is concerned, then it refers to the political setup, political structure, political system, political parties, etc. of a country, and the presence of all these political forces largely affect the growth and expansion of business in a country. Okay, in fact, when we say political environment of business, then it refers to the political system, it refers to the system of governance, it refers to political parties, it refers to political ideologies of political parties, it refers to political leaders and their visions towards development and business, and many more things which may affect the business directly or indirectly. Okay, for example, so long as political system is concerned, it may be of different types. It may be a democratic political system like our India, or it may be monarchy, or it may be dictatorship, military rule also. So students, it has been observed that in a democratic political system, the people, for example, so long as political system is concerned, it may be of different types. It may be a democratic political system like our India, or it may be monarchy, or it may be dictatorship, military rule also. So students, it has been observed that in a democratic political system, the people enjoy more freedom, and the economic activities in fact are promoted by the government. Why? Because in a democratic country, the government is elected by the people, directly by the people. So the governments in democratic countries have to function, have to work according to the choices of the people. Okay, so obviously there is wider a scope of business in a democratic country in comparison to other forms of political system like dictatorship, military rule, or like monarchy. Why? Because in those political systems, individual freedoms are not granted, individual freedoms are very limited, economic activities are very controlled. Okay, so long as political parties and political leaders are concerned, they also build up either a business friendly environment or anti business environment. Okay, some political parties have very liberal attitude towards business practices in a country, and their leaders also have very great visions towards development. So if such a political party and political leader comes in power, then surely they will frame out such a policy, they will make such plans which may promote business in the country. Similarly, political parties may be with different ideologies also. They may have rigid or very traditional, conventional approaches towards business. Political leaders may also have anti-business visions. It may happen. Okay, democracy in a democratic country, it's natural. Obviously it happens. Okay, if such a political party and political leader comes in power, then their policies, their decisions may not help the business to progress, to flourish, and to explore. Okay, so the expansion and growth of business largely depends on political policies, political ideologies, political leaders, visions of the political leaders, decisions taken by political parties and leaders. All these affect the business environment of a country largely. Okay, and after the political factor, we would like to discuss the legal factor of business environment, that may also be called as legal environment of business. Okay, students, when we say legal environment of business, then it refers to the legal framework or legal structure of the country. Means the legislative system, means the judiciary system, means the rules and regulations and laws passed by the governments. Legal atmosphere also includes the decisions taken by Supreme Courts, High Courts, the decisions taken by different committees and commissions, etc. All these constitute the legal setup of a country. Okay, and this legal setup, this legal structure of a country also either promotes business or discourages business. If the legal framework of the country is very complicated and very you can say very lethargic to follow, complicated to follow, then certainly it will create some interruptions on the way to business, to proper growth of business. Okay, and if the legal framework is easygoing and flexible, then certainly it may promote business. Okay, if there are so many legal formalities to start a business and to develop the business, then the businessman, the business enterprises will not invest, will not take larger business decisions, and they will have a fear to run the business in such a society always. And if the legal framework is very easygoing, flexible, and supportive to the business practices, then the businessman, business enterprises will like to make larger business decisions and which will promote economic growth and prosperity in the country. The laws related to tax, the laws related to exports and imports, the laws related to marketing and sales, the laws related to finance, the laws related to other things, labor law, etc. are very important ingredients of the legal atmosphere or legal environment of business. Okay? If very rigid and complicated labor laws are passed by the legislative of the country, then certainly it will have a negative impact on business. If the tax laws are very much complicated, then it will have negative impact. So this way we find that the legal dimension of business, the legal atmosphere of business largely affects it in a country. Okay? You know, students, there is one more important dimension of business, and that is called technological dimension of business, or you may call it as technological environment of business or technological factor of business environment. Okay, so long as technological environment of business is concerned, it refers to technical know-how, technological condition, technical education, training, technical institutions, researches and development, inventions, discoveries, etc., etc. Overall, if a society is technically sound and scientific researches are conducted and the society is very much aware about science and technology, then certainly it will promote business in positive direction. Why? Because the latest technologies will be used in production and in operating the business, and through the researches, through the experiments, a lot of products will also be made available by the business. Okay, so the technological know-how, the technological atmosphere of business also influences it largely. Okay, students, so till now we have discussed different dimensions of business in detail, which are the economic dimension, social dimension, political dimension, legal dimension, and technical dimension. Okay, there are some more topics left in this chapter which I would like to discuss in the tomorrow's session. Okay, thank you very much.